Hello there and welcome to Keen's Review. In today's video, we are diving into everything you need to know about the Spot, who is set to be the villain of both Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. The Spot will be voiced by Jason Schwartzman, and he was first introduced in the comics in 1984, where his unique warping powers allowed him to transfer himself and parts of his body across space-time via portals. Before we delve into details behind his spots, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell to always get notified every time we upload a new video.
So are you like a cow or a Dalmatian?
I am the Spot. That's not funny.
Don't do that.
Miles' grades are pretty good. A and
With the
80.
success of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, fans are eagerly awaiting for the sequel, and the Spot, being one of the new additions to the Spider-Verse universe, has left many wondering what to expect from the splashy character. So here's a breakdown of who the Spot really is, as well as his history in the comics. Dr. Jonathan Orne, aka The Spot, was a scientist who worked for a Kingpin, and he was assigned to replicate the radiation levels of Cloak, a vigilante in Marvel Comics, whose powers include channeling Dark Force, which is a kind of dark energy from the Dark Force dimension, teleportation, and intangibility. After successfully opening a black portal, the city experienced a blackout, and Orne stepped through the portal and found himself floating in a dimension half dark and half light. When he returned, he had undergone a shocking transformation, with portals from the other dimension clinging to his body and covering him in black spots. These spots turned out to be portals that could transport him and other things through space. With his newfound ability to defeat anyone in battle, he decided to become a muscle for the Kingpin, and in his first confrontation with the Spider-Man and Black Cat, he managed to hold them off and warn them to stay away from Kingpin.
Miles, being Spider-Man is a sacrifice.
You have a choice between saving one person and saving every world.
To do a slight deep dive into his powers, the Spot's powers allow him to teleport himself and extend his body parts over long distances as defined by his spots. He can manipulate and move the spots around his body, remove them from his body, or even place them in mid-air. Additionally, Orne also claims that he is immortal through the fact he can disintegrate and reconstitute himself within the spotted dimension. Because the Spot often begins attacking from another dimension, he doesn't trigger Spider-Man's spider sense. However, the Spot has a weakness in that he has a limited supply of spots, in that he only usually draws from what is on his body, and therefore, if he runs out, he is in danger of being overpowered. Spider-Man is usually able to defeat the Spot when his body is mostly spot-free.
Miles! Want to get out of here?
Wherever you go from here, you have to promise to take care of that little boy for me. Make sure he never forgets where he came from.
Although it's unclear what role the Spot will play in the new film, his unique ability to hop between dimensions makes him a perfect fit for the world of the Spider-Verse movies. The animation and overall style of the Spider-Verse movies suits the character perfectly, as his black and white visual aesthetic is striking and will work better and be easier to represent through animation rather than any live-action movie. In the comics, as mentioned before, the Spot works as an agent for Kingpin, which also ties him into the Spider-Verse plot, where Kingpin was trying to find a way to cross realities and find his wife in another dimension. Though the Spot started out as one of Peter's adversaries, he has more recently become associated with Miles Morales, which fits into perfectly with the Spider-Verse, as Morales is the main protagonist of the trilogy. All of these small details are things that actually make the Spot seemingly perfect for his next installment of the Spider-Verse, despite him not being as well known at the moment. Perhaps his newest appearance will bring him out of obscurity, much like the first Spider-Verse movie did for the other characters.
My name is Miles Morales. I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man. And things are going great.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to be here at 5.
All right, whatever.
Whatever.
Wow.
Whatever.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will be released in cinemas this summer on June 2nd, 2023.
We are supposed to be the good guys.
We are.
Thank you for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts on The Spot in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell to always get notified when we upload new videos. You can also follow us on any social media platform at Keen's Review for more. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
And then I looked at my uncle and...
let me guess. He died?